I'm sorry. 10 minutes ain't that bad. 10 minutes ain't that bad. I thought it was going to be longer. I was stressing then. I'm sorry. Hey, gambling storyline, and we'll get to it, Rob, mate. Everything's good. I can't believe I was 10 minutes late. 10 minutes late. There was a point, I promise you, right, about what time are we on now? So it's 20 to 9 now. So about 20 past 8. 20 to 9 now. No, what time did I have the 8 o'clock? I went out and had a joint, right? So from 8 o'clock, I was on well ahead of schedule. I had the whole setup done. I just come in and ended up watching TV. I'd stick to football. I started sat there watching stick to football for about 10 minutes, just lying down. And then I realised what time it is, and then I'm dead far behind. It happens every week. I don't really know what to do about it. It doesn't. How quick? If you look at the last one where I didn't have a joint or anything, how quick and on time did I start? And then the worst bit is, so look, we're 8 minutes in now. We've been talking for like 1.5. So the first 6 minutes of this now is just silence. Just a fucking anyone who's listening to this and not watching it, it's just silence. You just have to listen to silence. You know what? Any top I wear, no matter what on this, that covers it up. So you can never see it. It just looks like a blue top. This is a sick top as well. I've had this top for years, you know. I got this top after that classic football things for about fucking about 12 quid. No, tenner less. Tenner. They were a tenner. And I got the home and away one, both of them. Yes, Josh. Yes, Paddy. Yes, Rob. I've not been looking at the chat. Sorry, everyone. Yes, Jamie. Yes, all the boys are in. Well, Stefan, actually. One of the part of the meeting. Yes, over Paddy. Paddy. I thought you two, when I was confused who used to, no, it weren't used to, actually. It was KH and Kev, wasn't it? Ignore that's just, I nearly just made up the worst lie of all time. Oh, it's not Rob. It's not our Rob. It's a different Rob. Where the fuck's Rob? Where's Newcastle Rob? They play tomorrow, don't they? After my sabbatical, I have returned. Yes, Stefan. Stefan's part of the reason I'm late as well. Just been getting into a fucking conversation with him. Oh, mate, should we just start straight on the gambling story? Listen, I've got so many things I want to talk about, mate. Kendrick Lamar, my head has been consumed since the start of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing. Consumed because I've had so much free time, right, at the weekends, and I've just been on my phone, like. I've seen everything. I've been on that. Do you know the We're Off Topic fucking football podcast? I've been on that Twitter, me spying on that account for that, spying on the whole thing, all the beef. Oh, mate, I love it. Yes, KH, he's back. Listen, since the house move, I thought the house move would make it like better and more regular, more consistent. How could it be more consistent? Yes, Supreme's here. Rob, there's no total losses, mate. Why do you think I'm in this such a good mood, mate? There's no fucking total losses, mate. The gambling went out the window. That gambling's a mugs game, mate. Let me tell you, I can't tell you how much stress how much. Get rid of gambling, everybody. Nobody wants to gamble. It's the fucking worst thing in the world, mate. Do you know how bad them 2 weeks were? They were the week losing that money was the worst. What it is will go down pound to pound as one of the worst weeks of all my life. I felt sick all day, every day, because I lost $3,000, mate. It's the worst. Gambling's terrible, mate. You don't do gambling. You get hungry. You light a fire in yourself, and you go out and make money. Please tell me you're not telling. No, fucking up, mate. I'm well up, mate. And I've got my mate. I was hungry, mate, so I wanted to make the money back. So my mate threw me a bone. Been helping my mate out, mate. Working abroad, working around Europe. You're Korean around Europe. 3 weeks, 3 weekends. I have JJ through the week as well. So 3 weekends, mate. Boom, done. My money and more back. I'm 2 weeks into the 3 weekends. It's the best thing in the world. I'm definitely never going to do it again, though. It's the worst job of all time. Just driving around all day. Long, big drives. Shut up, lad. What's he saying? Lad, was it $3,000? Yeah, $3,000, Paddy. $3,000, bro. $3,000 down. Worst week of my life, either. There's never been a worse week ever in history of ever for me than that week. I don't think. Well, there has been, actually, yeah, definitely. But it was bad. Disgusting. I'll never gamble again. Do you know what's sad, though? What game? It's Palace versus United, yeah? Palace versus United. I wanted to. Someone's put the OBV. Go where? What's his name? Palace versus United. I was gutted watching it. Sat there. I'd have done anything to have 20p on that game. Anything to have 20p on that game. No, I promise you, Supreme, it is. I promise you. Fully legit, bro. I get fucking drug tested and everything. 2 minutes into surviving on the Airbnb, you fuck $3,000 away, bro. I know, mate. I know. Oh, It was terrible. That's one of the worst things. So, like, I'd worked out that it was easy to do. So, I've not bought nothing for the house other than the first week when I attacked it, yeah. And I was getting everything because I had set money, like in my head, how much it was going to cost to move into the house nicely. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't spend money. I kept thinking I would still have this amount and all that stuff would have been paid for. My head was going fucking wild, mate. It was the worst week of my life. But that I'm missing 20p bets. I might have to, nah, I can't. I was going to say, I might have to make like a bet for a or something, and, you know, get back to me 20p's and 50p's. I can't believe people think it's better to lose big amounts than it is to bet 50p on football. It's ridiculous. I just don't gamble at all, but I miss it. Palace versus United, I was sat down chilling, just watching the game, and I wanted to have a little 20p on it, a little 50p on it. Do you know what I mean? A little bet builder, but I couldn't. But no, we're in a good mood. Everything's good. Everything's great. Life is good. As of finishing this week, life is good. I'm happy again. I go on holiday. I won't even looking forward to the holiday next week. A week today. What day is it today? When do we go? Oh no, we go on the Tuesday. 28th, no, 28th, 21st. Can I be well back by the 28th? 21st, went to Paphos for a wedding. Me and JJ, mate, how sick's that going to be? I need to buy matching outfits though for the wedding day, but get this, yeah, seeing these two, how bad's this? But I felt like too figgy to say no. I'd seen two outfits online, like beige, what's the colour? Not beige. Would you say cream? What's that like? Nice sandy colour. The actors kind of tell you to put it there. Listen, this is more important than that. So, would you say like cream or like what would you say as the colour is? Beige. Shut up. I know what you mean though. What would you say? Sometimes you just have to go on your phone. Right, we're back. Plantain or cream. Plantation or cream. That's so racist. I don't mean dark. I mean like. See, this setup's so flimsy. If I move it, it'll all fall apart. I'm still not right. This is how unserious I am with this still. Sandstone, yeah, that's a good. Yeah, sandstone. Say sandstone, like whatever. I think everyone knows what I mean anyway, right? One of them where it was shorts, an open shirt. I'd have a white t-shirt on. He can do, and then I found the baby version of it, shorts, open thing. He can have a white vest on. I think. I don't know why I'm going so deep into the colour. I think everybody knows what colour I'm on. So it's just in my head. I don't know how to explain it. And he said, I went to my mate who's getting married. He had a little barbecue the other day, and I nipped round, and he said you can get anything, but I said I've not really actually bought any yet. But I'd seen these. I just hadn't bought them because I'm last minute. But and he said you can get anything, but you can't wear cream. Because that's what all the fucking what they call are doing. Best man, all that shit. It's got two best men, so I'm guessing they'll all wear the same. Is that what it is? Yeah, then the bridesmaid. They don't wear the same stuff, the bridesmaids, do they? Nah, because they wear a wedding dress. Fucking hell, imagine. Just about 5. Because wait, do girls have loads of bridesmaids, don't they? But you have one best man. What's the other ones in a wedding? Why do lads only have one? Obviously, one best man, but why do we only have like one proper sick thing in a wedding? But girls have got loads because there's fucking loads of bridesmaids, and then there's a chief bridesmaid. But there's not like best men and then a best man, is there? Or is there? You have one best man, don't you? Or if sometimes people have two. I've been at a few weddings where they've had two, but usually you just have one best man, don't you? Groomsman. Is a groomsman a lesser best man? Yeah. Lad bridal firm all wear the same outfit. Lad's bridal firm. Is that what they call bridal? Is that the so what? Yeah, I get it now. I get it. Chief bridesmaid, yeah, best man. But I suppose how can you become chief bridesmaid, third bridesmaid, you're chief bridesmaid? That makes sense. That's like chief of the fucking pack. But what can you do for the best man? Groomsman is the man's thing. You have ushers too, but isn't ushers? Ushers are kids doing it. Ushers are just kids with the rings. Or is that a ring? Oh man, I know nothing about weddings. I love a wedding though. Me, I love a wedding. I love a wedding more than anything. Oh, you have don't think bridal firm is a technical. All right, I thought you was calling it that. Oh, do you know what? Why would I pour a drink for a fucking? I'm gonna be sat in here for like an hour and a half, and I poured a fucking drink in this one of my smallest cups that I own. Why would I not just put it in the biggest cup I've got? How long's that gonna last? Fucking, but the driest ever. I keep like doing that when I'm fucking talking. Like, you need to emphasise your exchange every time. Not kids. Nah, listen, Josh, I'm fine. They've gone. Usher's a different lad. They sort of make sure everything runs smooth, I think. Are they the ones who stay like, so you get the sensible ones? And then it's the dad, innit? The dad and the best man who typically do a speech. Right, with weddings as well. This weren't the old-fashioned thing. This is like the only time we ever have it nice. It weren't the old-fashioned thing that the bride's parents paid for it. Or was it the groom's parents who paid for it? Straight if you smoked. What is this? I don't even know what this is, you know. What I've had today was free. I got it given. He said, try that and let me know what you think. Well, I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing he just wants me to text to see if it was all right. That's all right. I'm proper stoned. Do you know what it is, though? I want munch all day. My stomach there's never been a worse person with a worse stomach than me today. I can't tell you how bad it's been. Terrible. But I've just been eating garbage all the time. But this wedding's coming up, right? And should have been losing weight and I've just been eating rubbish. But then because the weather's been nice, I feel like it's making me want to lose weight. So I need to lose weight. I think it's custom for the bride's family to pay. Yeah, it is, isn't it? The bride's family to pay. That definitely doesn't happen anymore, does it? Everyone, they pay themselves. Why was it the bride's family? Do you know why it is? Right? Do you know why it's the bride's family, right? Because I'm guessing back then, mate, well, girls now are the worst people, like the fucking most annoying people ever. So if you're managing as a dad to get rid of your daughter, I'm guessing back in the day, the fucking daughters didn't really ever move out till they got married. They don't like back custom like times. I'm talking like Brooklyn, the film, them days when I'm guessing this was the custom. Birds would have just lived with their dad, wouldn't they, just until forever? They don't think did they ever move out? Were they considered like the loose ones if they moved out and lived in like fucking? I'm just thinking of Brooklyn here, the films. Has anyone seen Brooklyn, the film? What a serious film that film is. Has anyone seen Brooklyn, the film? Why have I asked twice? Has anyone seen Brooklyn? It's one of the best films. I love it. Do you know, has anyone seen it? I'm getting too excited to speak. Has anyone seen, is it About Time? Or, yeah, About Time with ginger guy, father of the bride, isn't it? That I used to like sell them off to. Yeah, that's what I think it was, wasn't it? And then you'd fucking put on a big wedding and try and get rid of the rest of them. Because back then, men just wanted lads who could put to work. Yeah, that's it. I can't pronounce the name though, Paddy, but yeah, ruin it. It's fucking sick film. Love it. One of my favourite films. In Brooklyn. No, it's just called Brooklyn. It's not called In Brooklyn. Yes, Rob. Rob, there's a fucking pretender in here. I thought it was you at first. Thought fucking Josh had finally got his way and removed you as an admin. But nah, there's another Rob. Actually, other Rob's sound, but obviously proper Rob's in here now. Brooklyn, good film. And then the one About Time. Let me find if it's called About Time. It is About Time. Where his dad, his dad can go back in time. Oh no, his dad gives it to him. Saoirse. I love her as well. What other film is she in that I love? Is it Lady Bird? Saoirse. She's in a few things, isn't she? What's she in now? Oh, About Time, one of the best films ever. Rachel McAdams. What's his name? Dom. I can't pronounce names, you know. Gleason. He's in Star Wars as well. Ginger guy. You know what I mean, don't you? I'm Bill Knightley. I love Bill Knightley. There you go. He's fucking sick. Oh yeah, Margaret Robbie's in it, isn't it? She's a mate. No way, I forgot that's an early fucking film of Margaret Robbie. Oh mate, what a film. Josh, I got a burner. I can't pretend to be me. Every day is a school day, Paddy. George. Oh, why am I reading everything? Yeah, Lady Bird, Paddy. See, Paddy's a fucking film nut like me. I love Lady Bird. Have you seen this Baby Reindeer? See, get this, yeah. So I've not seen Baby Reindeer, and I've managed to because I've only ended up going on Twitter just exclusively to search for Drake and Kendrick Lamar stuff. I don't even heard about any of this Baby Reindeer, none of it, right? And then the other night when I was trying to get my head down, my mate and his missus were watching. It was some. I didn't know what it was at the time, but it was a Scottish fucking Scottish woman talking to Piers Morgan. I didn't have a fucking clue what they were talking about. I'm aiming something about. She says something like, "If I sent 14,000 emails," and in my head, I'm lying in bed here, by the way, thinking 14,000 emails. What the fuck are you talking about? But obviously, so I ended up pushing the door too and putting my headphone in. Because putting an headphone in, I listened to Bisbin and Thingy's podcast, fell asleep, but forgot to put a timer on the podcast as well. That was the weirdest thing ever. And woke up at about fucking an hour and a half later. No, well longer, sorry, but 3 hours later. And Uriel Hawani was playing, and I'm thinking, whoa, what the fuck? But it skipped. Usually, when if I ever fall asleep with an ear thingy in, I put a 30-minute thing or 15-minute thing on the fucking podcast so it falls off. It didn't listen to the whole thing. But yeah, and I didn't realise it was. And then the next day, they said something about Baby Reindeer, and I was like, "Nah, I've seen it, don't know what it is." And then they said, "Oh, she's done an interview with Piers Morgan." I was like, "Is that what that was last night?" But about 3 people have asked me since then if I've watched Baby Reindeer. I won't enjoy it. Me, I've read when I was so I read the whole thing, googled it all yesterday while I was waiting around, and ended up reading a big article about the whole thing, about the interview, about him, about like how much they actually knew each other and that. I just don't think I'd enjoy it. It's not my thing. Oh, of course he's in Harry Potter, mate. Of course he's in Harry Potter. Why would I not just say that as well? I love him in Harry Potter. Harry Potter is just the best films ever in it. Do you know what's sad about obviously Harry Potter? Harry Potter finishing was one of the saddest times ever because you never get the buzz of the Harry Potter film coming out. I know people have read it so they don't get the fact, but no one cares about reading the books, mate. I promise you. No one on this planet cares if you've read the Harry Potter books. There is no bigger Harry Potter fan than me. I would put my Harry Potter fanship up against anyone, and I ain't going to ever read the books, so it doesn't matter. So trust me, you can love Harry Potter without reading the books. Even more so, because if you've read all the books, imagine not being as excited as it was when them films came out. They used to come out and I couldn't fucking believe it. The only other thing I think I've got with that was the Dark Knight series under Christopher Bale. Never read a book or seen a film. You've never read a book or seen a film? That cannot obviously not be true. You can't just, there's no way. Lad, I'll wear you in on some do it. Shoot Harry Potter trivia over at me. I'll get it all right. Harry Potter's not a bad blurt, mate. Obviously, he's not the best character, but he sounds savant, mate. It's just one of them things that people say for just no reason. Bro, you've obviously true, right? So we're getting Supreme says he's never read a book or seen a film, but then he's doubled down and saying, I can understand never reading a book because I know loads of people have never read. I have read books, only ever autobiographies. I love autobiographies, but you'll have to take a good autobiography to get me into it, and I'll read it all. But I read it rapid. I'll read it in like 2-3 weeks, and then no, is that rapid? A week maybe, and then never ever pick up a book again for years. What was I reading then? Oh yeah, Supreme. How would be? Yeah, not having a Nando's is fine. I know loads of people have never had Nando's. I know loads of people have never read a book, but you can't say you've never seen a film. It's impossible, mate. How old are you? 76. So you're from 1976, I'm assuming. So you're talking. What does that make you? 40-year-old or something like that? Mate, you've never seen a film. It's impossible. Think how many films there are. How can you not have seen a film? Not having anyone hasn't seen a film. That's what I'm saying, Stephanie. It's a bold, mad claim. Yeah, he's talking shit. I don't know if he's just said it and thought none of us would jump on it, but that is an outlandish claim to have never seen a film. Like it is, isn't it? Lad, sure he meant Harry Potter. Oh, nah, he never meant that. Never read the book. Oh yeah, he did. I just reread it. It's well obvious as what he's saying. Sorry, Supreme. You just see you've not seen. Oh wait, are you doubling down on you have actually never seen a film, or you mean not seen a Harry Potter film? That's fine. Loads of people ain't seen Harry Potter. I've just read it back. Yes, Tom. Yes, Tom, mate. Now I'm off Twitter, bro. Got banned. We do these now. This is the new Twitter. My live chat every Sunday, but this is the first one it's been on Sunday for it. I don't think Sundays are going to be possible, but I love a Sunday. This is the perfect time, mate. Why Sundays are perfect, but usually on a Sunday I'll have JJ like every Sunday, so and then through the week, so it's impossible because I can't get stoned on my own with JJ. So I don't want to do live chat. Thursdays, I reckon. Friday and Saturday, you need to forget about it because you do it on a Friday and no one comes in, but rightly so. Who do I think I am to do to do this on a Friday? I would maybe watch if someone did one of these and it was good. I would watch it, yeah, but probably not live. I've said this a million times. I would rewatch it later on. Probably I'd consume it. It's just someone chatting shit on all different topics, but I couldn't watch it on a Friday or Saturday, mate. I did it on the last one on the Friday. No one came in. Nah, I can't be asked, mate. I don't want to be seriously not seeing Harry Potter. Yeah, no, that's film. That's fine, Supreme. Obviously, loads of people have not seen Harry Potter. I thought you meant you've never read a book. I just read it wrong. Even now I'm looking at the screen, I'm thinking, it says the book. Why? But then I was going all in on this, like, you've never watched the film, and you never said, nah, I mean a Harry Potter film. I feel like you could have definitely made that easier. If you hate him, but not Andre Ward's I love Andre Ward. Do you mean if I hate Andre Ward? I was the biggest Andre Ward fan. But I have seen that he had a thing out, but then yeah, I don't think. Did he have a mad life? The last boxing one I read was that Living Da Vida Loca, whatever it's called, the one with Johnny Tapia. I feel like they have to have had a really mad life to make the book funny thingy because a lot of boxers just fucking trained in that. Just time making the live one. First time making the live one. Yes, Andrew. Yes. Good bet that Rob that back it, Josh. What's Rob's bet? 10k on City versus United to win the FA Cup and get 3k back. How do they lose? 10k on City to win it. I'll never bet again, bro, especially not 10k. if I was still chasing my money, if I'd left it to the final and said, "Listen, I'm the original 1.5 down," and I'd done a live. No, I wouldn't have even done a live stream. The bet was a Palace bet, wasn't it? I said I was going to do it. It would have been good to have a watch along with the Palace bet on, and I just didn't do it. I just couldn't wait. Glad you hate that many people. It's hard to keep up. Fuck off, man. Child of that. I don't hate loads of people. I feel like I like too many people. I'm too nice to people. Give it a whirl for a live stream. No way. I'll never bet anything like that again. But I do think I am gonna have to go find someone with a nice little free bet offer when you sign up. Imagine if I got given I don't know, what's a good sign up offer that you get nowadays? Imagine I put a tenner in an account and get 20 quid fucking free sign up thing or something to bet through. Mate, it says you have to play through it about 300 times. Mate, I'm 30 quid on a bet for it, especially with the lesson I've got now where I know, mate, I will never you're talking 250 is probably the max I'll ever place a bet ever. You could take me to the fucking races, mate. Fruit machine, I'll put £20 in a fruit machine no matter what. I can't fruit machines. I'll never be able to walk past them. I promise you now. This is after it happening twice now, and remembering both times. But the decade apart, so I'll never ever lose money gambling again. I can on a 1,000,000% it'll never happen in my life again. But I will book fruit machines out because I don't really go in pubs enough for it to ever be an issue. Do you know what I mean? On Gold Cup, they usually give £40 free for a tenner. When's Gold Cup? What's the best thing for me to get so I can put a tenner in it and get a free bonus thing, and that could be my new Bet365 a toast, mate. As if they let me lose all that money. 2 different times I had to speak to the chat bot. I had to send at one point. I had to because they were that like not convinced. I had to fucking do proof of funds on the chat thing because I'd gone from betting fucking 10p and 20p to fucking £1,000 on a fucking bet builder. What a time in my life. Right. Anyway, I've got good questions, because I never. How long in away? 28 minutes is fine. Anything less than 28 minutes is fine. Paddy Power got good sign-up offers, lad. But there needs to be a good thing as well. Do you know what's good about Bet365? I always look at people's bets and shit and the interface on things, and I always think Bet365 was by far the best. It was sound, dead easy to use, and that it needs to be one that's good to use. I remember back in the day, I used to love Betfair. That was why I started on Betfair. Used to fucking bet on like women's football, not women's football, that's a lie, but like Icelandic games and shit and under 21 games, but never massive amounts, just like, but more than like what I was doing this time, like quids and 2 quids and fivers during when I was just in work, my first proper job, where I was in an office, and I used to just sit on my phone and fucking, I was just on the phone, so like if someone weren't ringing, you shouldn't really have been on your phone, but no one could. So I'd just sit on my phone and bet loads of little amounts, but I would do all right at them ones, and then it's when I'd have a bad idea in my head. The list of my bad, big, massive bets from back in the past are just terrible. And sometimes, all right. I'll tell you what, that's a good thing because I want to get on the Garcia anything. Sometimes, right, think about this, yeah. Like in the past, loads of them. Like, remember, I said it before, the Victor Ortiz one where he got beat by Josecito Lopez. He just got his jaw broke when he was fucking terrorising him, and because he's a little shitbag. Most boxers, he was about fucking 7 rounds up or something. And there was in the 9th round. Most boxers would just grit it out and finish it because he was always a fucking weirdo, that Victor Ortiz. Was it Victor Ortiz? That's something I've been at who thought, yeah, Victor Ortiz. I'm thinking of fucking Conte there, Victor Conte. Because it was Victor, because he was a shitbag, he took himself out of the fight. Like most times, you win that bet, and that was one of my massive ones. Like I'm unlucky a lot of times. Ryan Garcia's mates failed a fucking drugs test. Ollie as well, bless him, the person of my downfall. Straight away when that all came out, I didn't think about it. Sent me a thing saying like, you might even get your money back there because if it goes to a no contest, it might be you get the bet back. Turns out Bet365 have got a thing in the terms and conditions that they go whatever the result is on the night. It doesn't matter what happens afterwards. And even at the time, I'm thinking, all right, nice one, I get $550 back. I think I want that. Yeah, Salah's off. Tom Burke. Oh, I'm supposed to be answering the questions. I've got fucking so many good questions, so many good things. I need to get half an hour in. I've not even talked about Drake and Kendrick Lamar here. And it's taken over my life. I can't tell you how obsessed I've been with the whole thing. And I don't like either, really. I'm not massive on Kendrick. I'm not massive on... Well, to say I'm not massive on Drake is I feel like I'm warming to him, but he's an understatement, mate. I fucking hated Drake. I've been the biggest hater of Drake. Slag him off all the time. Obviously, I've always admitted he's got because he releases that much music all the time, because he understands, mate. You don't have to be finger. He knows, because he's smart, mate. To be massive, you just need to be consistent, touring all the time, mate. Being in the forefront of everything all the time. That's what he's done. That's why I don't think you can beat Drake in a rap battle, in a rap beef, because of how smart he is. And it's not like, obviously, he's not at all gangster, but he doesn't need to be, mate, because he pays people to be fucking gangster around him nowadays, mate. Think of the firm he's got. So he can say what he wants whenever he wants, because he'll have a fucking firm of hundreds around him all the time. He's never going to get in any trouble because of it. I can't believe people think he won this. Admittedly, I've become a Kendrick fan recently as well. Obviously, I was a hater of Kendrick as well. I feel like I hated Kendrick because, and this is obviously quite snobby, but I feel like, do you know when like the masses just like say someone's unbelievable and like ram it down your throat that he's unbelievable, like he's not like the rest of them, because obviously he came out, Kendrick didn't, in like a mumble rap era where obviously rap was terrible. Even then I like mumble rappers now. I slagged mumble rappers off forever. Do you know how much of a better early to mid 20s I would have had if I'd have just not been such like a hater and would have just liked mumble rappers? Smart, have you seen the way he handled the Kendrick? Bro, yeah, he's not had his ass handed to him though. In what way, bro? And I don't even like Drake. I promise you I would rather Kendrick Lamar won this, but in what way has Drake won this at all, mate? Has Kendrick Lamar won this? He's not even remotely. Can't. Straight away, can't, right? Like I said, I was one of Drake's biggest haters. I've always have been. Until this started, I still didn't like Drake. I like a couple of Drake songs, but I don't like him. I think he's fucking terrible. I don't think he's that good at rapping. He just knows how to make like big poppy tunes and that, which is fine, but I've never liked him. And then Kendrick, I didn't like him. And then I've seen Kendrick twice. I've never seen Drake. I got dragged to watch him at Z-Gates. Like, didn't really want to go because I've missed. There's been loads of artists that people love that I've just not gone and seen because I don't like them. Like, I want one of them who will go because it's like they're massive and you want to watch. And you like Arctic Monkeys closed Z-Gates. Yeah, the first time we went, Arctic Monkeys literally closed Z-Gates. They closed they closed the main stage. So it's a big party at the end. There's fireworks and everything. Then all the little tents and that close at like obviously early in the morning. That's when it finishes. But Arctic Monkeys closed it. We went and watched Sarah Larson in a little fucking tent instead. Because why would I want to go and watch Arctic Monkeys at all ever under any situation? I did anyway. It's fucking the time when I went to Z-Gates the last time. You know how bad that was. Oh, I can't. In my defence about going there. Meg was due the next month with JJ and I went on a 9-night camping festival in fucking Budapest. It's so bad. 4 weeks from his due date, mate. 9 nights. But it was booked from before COVID, so there's no way he's whipped him, lad, like us in the fucking tune. Regards to the beef and meet the grounds is just Kendrick picking him apart. Bro, Paddy, do you think he's won as well? And then he ended it waving the white. No, he never. How is it, bro? How does he wave the white flag, mate? I feel like if you drop a diss track and say like you've got stuff to address and the other person doesn't fucking address anything, that's where's the white flag, mate? Kendrick Lamar's dropped the white flag, has waved the white flag. Drake's sent the last one. What are you talking about? I keep reading these opinions and just think like, how am I so far off with everyone else? And this, bear in mind, I am coming from someone like I said, who I like Kendrick Lamar. I never liked Drake. Mate, you're right, your head right. So we'll go through them. Yeah, I can't remember all the orders of everything. I probably can't remember all the names. So I always count the first that tailor-made one. And what came before Euphoria? Yeah, because did they do one each? How can I find them how can I find them in order? How can I find them in order? Right, so did it go Euphoria and then push-ups, tailor-made freestyle, and then 616 in LA? I don't think this list is in order. This list is in order. This list is who people think won. Latest one wasn't just in. So right, yeah, the first Kendrick, yeah, it wasn't it. Euphoria went first, and then it went push-ups, tailor-made freestyle. That's when he was begging him to do something, and he didn't. And then he went 616 in LA, boom, straight away, meet the grounds, boom, not like us, didn't he? 3 in a row, and then Drake went like that, push up, like that, yeah, like that, push up. Yeah, I'm missing like that and push up. Then when I like that, push up, tailor-made, Euphoria. Did Drake do 3 in a row? Who was like that? Oh, like that was kept. Oh, yeah, no. I'm not. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I get that word. There's put the big 3. It's just big me. Yeah. Like, sorry, I was thinking what the fuck. Yeah, the one with Metro and thinking. Yeah, I get that. Family Matters. was before Meet the Grahams. No, Family Matters was after Meet the Grahams. First of all, right, there's so much I want to say about this, right? In what Meet the Grahams is just a void track, mate, because he fucking just lied. That none of it's true, and there is no daughter. Whether or not Drake was like, I did see that article, wasn't there? That there was 9 years ago. There was an article where he had this daughter where it was 2, but it never went anywhere. Like I think it was just bullshit then and then. He doesn't have a daughter. Meet the Grahams dropped half an hour after Family Matters. Yeah, it did exactly after it. Family Matters is so it's weird, right? So Euphoria is the best. Euphoria is the best one. So there you go. I'm still saying Euphoria is the best. Euphoria is the best diss track in it. And it's not all true, Paddy, at all, mate. Shut up. Yeah, I've seen that about the 10 tracks, but then to me, that's not good. You don't record 10 tracks. I know he's really smart and everything, but you do 10 tracks and then he's been editing bits into the tracks. You're supposed to go in and do a diss track based on what they do. So have I, Paddy, bro. So have I. Well, I've not been down that many rabbit holes. I've just got a set opinion on this that will not change. And I feel like people just didn't want to give... Rap beefs are sick, mate, by the way. I love a rap beef more than anything. Love it, right? I always end up getting into rap beef, but they hardly ever happen. This has been the best of all time. There's never been anything like this, mate. And it's weird, isn't it? Because when J. Cole fired back with 7 Minute Drill, I was like, yes! I love J. Cole more than these two put together times a million, mate. I love J. Cole, and I would have just said I probably like Kendrick Lamar, just about, and do not like Drake, yeah, before this. I like Drake more than Kendrick Lamar now. Don't even know why. And I went down a fight, because obviously I never listened to any of the old stuff. This has been going on for ages, hasn't it? What's it called? Is it My Language by Drake? I'd never heard that until today. And that, is it My Language? The Language is 1,000,000% of this about Kendrick Lamar. Not like us doing it on the Coffin song calling Drake a certified paedophile being put. Yeah, but it's not though, is it? Because, right, yeah, I'll tell you what, Drake was stupid at the end, right? And I honestly thought this, and then seen Charlamagne and the God say it on a reel, right? But he'd said it before I thought it, technically, because the thing was bad. I promise you I hadn't heard it. He should have, when that came out, when Not Like Us came out, he had to do, not this fucking lyrical shit, obviously a lyrical one, but a catchy one. He had to do a bouncy one. You think Drake can't make a fucking better pop bouncy tune that gets everyone, like, part of Not Like Us is dog shit. It's fucking terrible. People are pretending to like it because the beat's sick. The beat's a little catchy, that's all it is. This song is dog shit, and Meet the Grahams is dog shit. They're not good. They're not good. That good diss tracks at all. Not Like Us is all right, but is Drake a paedophile? Like, obviously, I don't know how much. Like, do you not think we'd know about Drake being a paedophile? If you look at all the stuff, like, there's weird things of rappers, but I feel like they just didn't. Maybe I'm completely wrong about it, but like, there's weird videos of like Lil Wayne doing the same thing with like girls on stage and stuff, but then it wasn't weird back then. And I don't think he was doing anything with them. All the girls are coming out and saying there's no issue. Do you know what I mean? Like that. I used to always think because I didn't like Drake as well, when he was mates with that Bobby Brown and she was like literally a kid. I'd never seen Stranger Things, but I remember seeing that they were mates. Why? How 1,000,000%? Yeah, exactly. It's his signature, mate. He never done it better though, bro, did he? You do ones like back to back. I think Drake obviously misfired that last one. He had to do one back to Not Like Us, but instead I don't know. You cannot as well. Also, by the way, Drake got accused of all these things, and in the part 6 addresses most of it. Yeah, says it's not true. Even if you don't believe him, that's for Kendrick to do another one now. Addresses stuff, burn man, because he's not said nothing. He hasn't denied anything Drake said. Anything. He said nothing about anything that Drake said. He hasn't denied anything, hasn't fingered anything. So if he's not, at least Drake's like denied that. So in a rap battle, if you say something and they don't deny it, that means it's true. Or usually it means it's true because they've not denied it, or they would deny it. And he's not denied nothing. So how come stuff that he said about Drake that Drake's denied, we have no way of proving it. They're all just going to say anything, aren't they? There's nothing there's none of us who know it. None of these fucking idiots here on Twitter who just... I've lost my mind about wanting to know everything about it, but there's people who are making just fake theories up all the time. None of us have a clue what's going on. None of us. There isn't anybody other than them and probably all the little mates and the crew that know what's going on. So all the theories and that are bollocks, but he still has to reply. Kendrick Lamar can't just not reply now and then say it's finished. And everyone says he's won. How's he won, mate? Drake sent the last one, and it is replyable as well because you've still not addressed everything he said. His wife brother is backing him on Twitter. No way, mate. Behave. I know people whose brothers are in that, who would do that situation anyway. Just round here, do you know what I mean? Just in fucking Farnworth. You're talking about, mate. There's people whose brothers who put... Do you know how much better the brother's life is? By his missus being fucking Kendrick Lamar's finger. You're out of your mind. Coastal Mates brothers. These are from the hood. These mate, they'll be fucking on his ass. I bet he still backs Kendrick Lamar. But even if he didn't, he also said it in that lyric, but in Mr. Morale. But even if he didn't, that's the album that got me into him, you know, like, really, because obviously I went watching him at Z-Gates, and then I paid last year to watch Kendrick Lamar, and the tickets were expensive as well. Chose to pay, and went and watched him at the AO Arena, and he was sick. So I like him. That's the equivalent of. No, it's not. It's not, Paddy, because that's not how. No, it doesn't mean nothing. He didn't get battered. In a rap battle, you keep sending back. There's no. You don't just stop whenever you want. Oh, it's a good album. I loved it. But I feel like I love it because it's a bit more steppy for me. Do you know what I mean? That's probably why I've never really got into it, because you have to be. Certain rappers are like, I get that he's unbelievable. I never denied that he wasn't good. I understand that he's good, but certain rappers are so like good and serious like him that they make proper like old hip hop. I like the old hip hop, but I don't like new people making hip hop. Like you'd say, it's hip hop, and do you know what I mean? Like proper hip hop. I like listening to old hip hop, but I don't really like new people doing hip hop because I feel like I don't listen to music now for that. I want yes, Mike. Where the fuck have you been, Mike? I like tunes. As I've got older, I don't know why. Maybe I feel like I consume a lot less than what I did though when I was younger. When I was younger, I took things in all the time. Fucking Siri on my watch. I took things in all the time, but I feel like I don't really take things in as much now. So I just want easy listening rap songs nowadays. So that's why I said it. But I feel like, would I have even liked mumble rappers? I think when I didn't like mumble rappers, I didn't like mumble rap, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm just like, I'm not above joining the Josh Woogs hate train over this. Like, I just it fits into pieces. Imagine, Paddy, we just fell out and you turned on me. As if I'm fucking thirsty and I'm happy to wait for bits of ice to melt so I can get more drink. Mate, I'm not having it, honestly. And like, I can't stress how many times I've tried to say I would want to side with Kendrick Lamar. When this happened, obviously, I wanted J. Cole to batter Kendrick Lamar, and that's what I was hoping would happen. Because he dissed them both, I even didn't think it'd be that bad if... Yeah, they do, mate, don't they? Mike, they do, don't they? Mumble rappers make good summer trap tunes. Mate, why have I missed out on playing Gunner with my windows down in the summer all the time, mate? He's a fucking happy rapper, isn't mate? I don't like Young Thug ever. I've never liked Young Thug because I think Young Thug's too much like mad auto-tune, mad mumbling, like too. I know that he's massive, but it's too much for me. That's a bit too much like that ain't really music. But Gunner's sick, mate. They sneak diss each other as well all the time, by the way. There was a sneak diss big time. I can't believe people missed it. I still can't believe people missed it. Or you went by Young Thug is 1,000,000% a diss track about Gunner, and it still isn't anywhere. I always search Reddit as if anyone else has got onto it. No one ever speaks about it. Or you went Young Thug, watch. Young Thug, diss. No one ever says it's a diss, ever. Literally nothing about it on Reddit. Why no one got onto that's a diss? He says about Top Off, and Top Off is a diss to him. Top Off is a diss to him. 100%. Those sly little diss tracks to each other. I'll take over this live chat and ban everyone who keeps saying Jake didn't get his ass handed to him. Don't like you, but Major yes, thank you very much. Gerard fucking Barton, a proper person. Don't like either, but Major Kendrick dick sucking going on here. Kendrick got half at his best shouts robbed off Twitter, mate. So, about that one, I did see that as well. Either Kendrick Lamar robbed lines off Twitter, yeah, but I did see someone said, like, before people realised they were on Twitter, these tweets had been viewed by, like, 20 people. They weren't, like, they haven't blown up or anything for anyone to have seen them. You never know. Never know how hard these people's teams work, or some fucking loser that gets 20 fucking views on a tweet is thinking of some of his best things from the most repeatable things from the whole thing have come, like, even if he's not robbed them, which I probably don't think he has, they're not hard to think of, are they? Because these fucking nobody idiots are fucking thinking of them. That Twitter shout is the worst. Some of the tweets, and Josh, there you go. As I was fucking thinking, it's literally, bro, I've seen it like 20 views, like, so yeah, I get that, but it's also who are these people who are able to say some of the best shouts that he's had in the thing? But I honestly don't even think it's close, this one at all. I will say, right, yeah, so Euphoria is the best one, and that's the one you'll be able to listen to all the time. That is an all-time top 5 diss track, because it doesn't get like too into the nasty stuff, because like it obviously just started getting proper nasty towards the end, which we're happy to listen to, and it's good dirt and that. But listen, and I know Hit 'Em Up's probably what. Then again, maybe, I don't know, just because he says he goes all in about stuff that's not dead personal. So instead of it being like dead slight, it's like he goes all in. That is a sick song, mate. When he says, I am the biggest hater, and starts listing all the things about him, you're like, yeah. But like, especially, I've started to like Drake because of this. I don't know why. I like him more, and I'm finding more of his songs that I like, even though I only ever like his pop ones. There'll never be a Drake song where he properly raps and I like it. Like if he ever tries doing hip hop and that, never. Any of them to battle, no, so hit him up, good. U4 is good though, but the best one of them all, where the most things get said, and that none of it has been denied, nothing's been cut. He's not really said anything to that. Is Family Matters. 100% Family Matters is the main one, where the most explosive shit gets said, and the actual crux of the beef, and the best. It's not the best one because Euphoria is the best one where you can keep listening to it, but the best actual diss track where you just listen to it because you want to hear shit said about the other that's not been denied yet, or nothing said about it, is Family Matters. 100%. I don't know anyone can deny that. And then you've got the fact that Drake sent the last one and didn't say it's over, wrote a comment telling him to reply, saying, well, I know you're going to reply, so reply. And Kendrick Lamar's not replied. Drake has invited him to reply. Drake will definitely have more. Drake needs to go again. Seriously, mate, go again. I promise you. And everyone's going to go, oh, Kendrick did these 10 tracks, mate. But so what? You've not denied anything, and he's not. What more can he possibly have on Drake? I do think Drake's one. If there's going to be a person, I know I said I don't think he's a paedophile, but I think he's definitely. Can't say anything about that. I just think there would be a lot of skeletons in Drake's closet. He seems like a mad guy. Have you seen it's undeniable that he is just one of the fakest guys of all time. Have you seen the young videos of him? He's the whitest black kid ever. I get now that it won't be an act anymore because you lived that life for so long. You'll become I've probably programmed to be it. And if you think, like I said, the firm of people he'll have around him who are at his beckoning call, that makes you powerful. He is a powerful person, so he acts it and everything. Do you know what I mean? And he'll be it now, but the life, the dog ball room and all. What's that? What did Rio say? So many. I still don't see so I don't see any football tweets on that thing. It's just you can make a thing, can't you, where you see certain things, and I've just been seeing everything Kendrick Lamar thing. There's some guy on Twitter who's he's a Drake fan, but a hardcore Drake fan called what's his name now? Jared, and I think he's called King Jared on Twitter. And I've been following him because he gives it, but you can't really trust anything he says, but you can't trust anything any of them say because they're all such big fans. But he's massive on Drake's side. Apparently, Drake makes birds drink out of a dog bowl and then spews it to them. Spew it. Nah, there's no way any of this is true when you hear these things. Rick Ross trying to pipe up was the funniest, called him white ball. Yeah, I know. Could you believe that, Rick Ross? And then now Rick Ross won't fight back with the game. Rick Ross, why was he trying to jump in on that? Has he just always hated Drake and was too scared to say something? That's the biggest idiot. 21 Savage is the only person as well who's come out and never defended Drake because him and Metro Boomin are massive mates, but has come out and said people who waited for Kendrick to say something about Drake before saying all this that they've apparently wanted to say for ages are fucking spuds, mate. Rick Ross. I actually like Rick Ross as well. I think he's hilarious, and I think the reason why he was he was a correctional officer, wasn't he? And he switched on. He's a smart man. He's not he's a smart guy. That's the reason why he's made so much fucking money, mate. Because he knew if he ever blew up, he would invest properly. If you looked into Rick Ross's property investments and stuff, he's a smart guy, mate. He made money from rap and made it. He's got houses everywhere. Massive property developer. Pretty much every Rick Ross tune that popped off has popped off because Drake. Yeah, I know. Multiple careers. Drake has fucking put. And I used to always say this, it's hard to hate him, even though I didn't like him. I didn't think I just always. I just think don't lie about in your raps, and I can't ever get behind it. But I couldn't rap anyway. But there's nothing for me to say. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't just lie. And I feel like if you listen to old music and I think more people start doing it now. And with me being a bit older, where you could tell if they did in that. Central C is another one, but that's why him and Drake. It'd be hard to have rap battles with rap beefs with Drake and Central C because I know Thingy's just shot for Digger because they're smart. They're not who they portray. They're not gangster at all. They're smart kids who are one step ahead of everyone when it comes to the marketing things and stuff like that. And that's why they're so massive. Drake's a smart man, mate. Got it called by the Irish fella, didn't he? The fraud. Glad he nicks all the OVO Cruise tunes. It's a known thing. Obviously, he nicks everyone's tunes because he's fucking Drake. He nicks everyone's tunes, but he also puts everybody on. Everyone. He does 50-50 albums with people who have no right getting 50-50 albums with Drake, and does 50-50 of them as well, by the way, because I've seen two different people say that, 21 Savage and Future. Which I know is peanut swim because it doesn't matter, it's thingy, but bear in mind, Drake had a bad deal for a long time. He was tied to Cash Money, mate. Getting rinsed by Lil Wayne and Birdman for fucking ages. That's no wonder he dropped so much, mate. He couldn't wait to get out of that deal. Oh, yeah. That's another... How easy must fucking Birdman and Lil Wayne being able to blag Drake when you look at old videos and old things of Drake? He was the most, like, brand new person of all time. What a sick guy he is now, though. But I like him. He's a Muppet lad. I do firm hate him, and he's a genuine predator. Paddy, you just made your mind up about Drake before this, because I've never liked him. Never, ever. Surely you've seen my fucking tweets and everything about Drake. I've never liked him. I slag him off all the time. But nah, in this, you've just got to be honest about things. One off piece of wearing that someone else on it. But he did get rolled. That's why he says it. And he says that in, is it Family Matters? I think it's Family Matters, or is it the new one where he says about getting rolled for his AP? Obviously not in them words. Because I think he got robbed. Well, quite clearly he got robbed for something, and didn't want Kendrick Lamar to be able to make a big deal out of it. But I wonder who it was. Drake admits to getting robbed for his. Does he say AP? Doesn't he? Or does he say Richard Millie? No, he says Richard Millie, doesn't he? Nah. What does he say? He says he's getting rolled, but not. He says he gets robbed for his AP or his finger. I have come at this with an unbiased view, and it's the most unbiased view ever. Drake is a fucking sausage. Paddy, you can't end a sentence with fucking sausage and say it's unbiased. I don't like him either, but he's done well in this, very well. That was the first question, but I didn't even read it out. That was from Mike. I don't know where we got onto it about Mike asking it, but who's winning the rap beef? Do you know what's the probably my most listened to song for the whole beef? Just because I'm just like, it's just so easy to listen to. The BBL Drizzy beat, just that's a sick song. I love it, me. Like BBL Drizzy. I reckon I've listened to that. I'm in YouTube Premium as well, where I can listen to it. I've listened to that probably 100 times all around in the car and everything. I love it. That BBL Drizzy. It's a sick beat. Not with all the fucking Muppets on Twitter doing shit. Not one of them verses were good, by the way. None of them were good. Just the actual, just the tune. Everyone's onto it, after the BBL Drizzy tune that Metro Boomin released. I fucking love it. It's better than them all. It's better than all the things. But nah, seriously. He got robbed in that Chinese restaurant, I think, which is why Kendrick named it in the Euphoria. But then didn't Drake shoot the diss track in the Chinese restaurant? I know they ended up making the thing saying, I need to get that off the screen. How do I get Jed's thing off the screen? Didn't he do his thingy in it? It's definitely not a borrowed piece for Leon's a real one. Was fuming that Rick Ross claimed he ought to own it after it affected the value market. People think it was more than the market. All right, Metro Grooming, I know. They some bad tweets then, but a lot of them were really bad tweets, but there was some where you could tell people didn't have Twitter back then because they didn't know that quote tweet used to be where it was speech marks and then you there. He must have been gutted in. Metro Boomin was like proper on fire, all Twitter was, and he's been on Twitter. Have you seen how many tweets he sent me? I've not always known, but he's always been a person who tweets a lot and been on Twitter for 8 years. It was part of a collection, wasn't it? And the fella owned all 8 or whatever it was, whereas if he didn't own them all, it hammered the valuation. Ah, right. I get that. But Josh, I don't think Drake got robbed in that Chinese restaurant, did he? Didn't he? He always makes me laugh because obviously people in Toronto will know what Drake was like growing up, so he's probably more likely to get robbed in Toronto than anywhere else. That's why he used to always be dead shook off Tory Lanez, wasn't it? Who did I see? I see that. Was it Tory Lanez saying it? Nah, it weren't Tory Lanez saying it. If you ever see whenever things pop off with these, right? If you go on the internet and look on like Reddit and shit, you'll find there's always people who pipe up about them whenever there's beef going off, and you can find like proper interesting things if you're willing to watch like half an hour or an hour sit down with some Muppet who knew Drake back in the day and Tory Lanez back in the day, or whatever, who can get like on a very small podcast because it's going off and he can get on it and they say Tory Lanez used to, because obviously Tory Lanez is like well, you can tell by how he fucking ended up going out, not having the pistol cut at him by Megan Thee Stallion, shot her in the foot because she was laughing at his fucking career. So tells you all you need to know about him. And he used to always have Drake shook, didn't he? You know, at times he's dissed Drake and Drake just always like makes mates of him. Oh, 9:30, the alarm's changed for Ring Dad. no jumped out his skin. What was I saying then? Yeah, Tory Lane's always had him shook. He's terrorised in Tory Lane's in the past, and Drake's always made up with him and put him on multiple times. Well, done songs with him, pushed him. I think that's the lad that wasn't happy with Ross was lying. No, yeah, he got robbed us in that restaurant in 09. Kendrick named it, and then Drake filmed The Family Matters. Oh, so Drake went back for The Family. I didn't even know that part. Right, so he got robbed in 09 and still went back. That makes sense. I bet Drake was getting robbed all the time when he was younger, but you wouldn't be able to tell anyone about it because it'd be Funday. That's what thing is. Digger D said that. I know he's having a thing of Central C at the minute, but Digger D said I never liked him either until that 2K17 came out. He said it was sick when all the British rappers started blowing up with that because there was so many like idiots you could rob who can't do anything about it because they can't say anything because who they're gonna tell because they have this image where they're rapping and they're all not supposed to be grasses or anything like that. The Digger D and his mates just went around and robbed everybody. That was Figgy as well, wasn't it? Fat Joe. Have you anyone seen the Fat Joe was it VH1? Was that the channel that was like MTV but a bit more older and serious? I remember watching they used to have like a series on VH1, I'm sure, where it was like American rappers' life stories for like an hour, and I've seen like a 50 Cent one, but it goes through from being young. And Fat Joe stopped getting invited to award shows and everything. Would never get invited to award shows. Would never get nominated for awards purely because the industry all like got round and said we can't keep doing it because his mates would just turn up to these award shows and just rob people. Just rob loads of all famous people, celebrities and other rappers and stuff. So he stopped. There was like a good 3-4 year spell where he just didn't get invited to any award shows, and he was pretty big at the time, Fat Joe. I've read Fat Joe's book. That's someone whose book I've read. He's a fucking mad guy, you know. I loved him when I don't know why I liked him when I was younger. It was that Thingy song, I like to crush a lot. You know what I mean? Who's that with now? I remember it now, I'm stoned. Did we ever get to the end of the Kendrick thing? But yeah, Drake won. That's the closing point on the Drake Kendrick thing because it has properly consumed my life. A 3 mil kettle can't get away with a knockoff. I think he's got a collared fit. All right, so Thingy Stefan. So Rick Ross genuinely had a fake watch. You can't blag a fake watch that expensive, like, do you know what I mean? If it's that rare. Joan Pun used to tax everyone's bracelets. Yeah, Fat Joan Pun. Yeah, that's what it was, Mike. None of them used to get invited. Big Pun, wasn't it? Yeah, them two and all their little firm. Fucking sick, that. I didn't realise it happens as much as it did. That's another thing Drake tried doing, though, didn't it? I seen that. Obviously, such a Drake thing, tried to make out like he robbed Pharrell's chain from back in the day, but he never paid for it, didn't he? I've been a serious Drake since he did a song with Jay Hustle, and I think he was putting on the South London accent and saying it's a matter. Yeah, but Drake will always do that. People say he's a culture vulture, and he most certainly is, mate. No one's been. I don't know why everyone's getting angry on fucking Twitter, all these Americans and all that. No one's been fucking pilgrim more than England by Drake, mate. Fuck me, he took everything off us. Just because obviously we were so smart, because all UK rappers were like, it's Drake. They all just let him do it, mate. He came over here, seen how everyone made little bits with all over London, right? So we could see how everybody in London dressed, yeah, all parts of London, and made a clothing line that sells out in seconds in America, selling London clothes, like our clothing round here, to America, because Americans don't know how to dress in tracksuits and stuff. And now everyone in America wears grey fucking Nike Tech. Nocta, it's not Nike Tech though, it's Nocta fleece sets up there, but they're doing JD round here. Mate, he come to here and he literally started a fucking clothing brand with Nike off of our full culture. Started not copying everyone's beats, but like making tunes like English rappers and stuff, where he basically copies the whole thing. Mate, I've got 100 reasons to hate Drake. I'm not a Drake fan. I've never been a Drake fan. I'm a big hater, the same as you, Paddy. But this has made me like him a bit more because I think he's done well. He's stuck at it as well. He's put the last one out. He's put another one out. Said he should have gone with a bouncy one. He should have gone a club one where he doesn't even have to say that much. Just deny the things about the paedophile and reassert the Dave Freeze thing or whatever, and reassert a couple of things about battering his wife, whatever. The same what he did with the Heart Part 6. The Heart Part 6 is not terrible. It's just because of what came before it. It's still all right, but if he went fast and got everyone on side, it would have been good. Metro's Ma got murdered and Soulja Boy's tweeting him saying he's yeah, I know. I didn't realise she got murdered, but I've seen him tweeting saying stuff like Happy Mother's Day and all that. Soulja Boy's just desperate to get on it, innit? He's always like that. Like, it's hard to ignore it, but like you pretty much have to ignore it because Soulja Boy he just can't make any good music. No one's asked about it. I like him as well. I like his old tunes, and I did used to think he was funny on social media and that. But he's just desperate. The Drake thing, like that Drake, that's the best. He'll always make money as well. He'll never go skink because it's something to do with the royalty deal for that because he produced it and everything. Crank that and all them, the deals. He was probably, I don't know how it worked out on him. His uncle in the industry, so maybe he sorted him out. He signed like a deal of a lifetime back then as a first-time artist. Like he never got the piss took out of him, and it was a deal where he still makes money. Most people, they sign deals at the start where they don't even end up owning that music. The most popular music they've ever done, they never even end up having any really fucking affinity to it money-wise. Tiny bits of royalties because you can sign such bad deals. Soulja Boy owns like most of the stuff to all of his old things. I don't know where he got that deal, but he'll never go skimp. But he's desperate for attention. Metro should just fuck him off. And I don't even like Metro really after all this. I've always liked. I do like a lot of songs by Metro Boomin, but I don't think I've ever actually liked him. You could drop 100 more tracks and I'll see you later. In the words of a man waving the white flag. Nah, because he wouldn't. He would reply still. I think he would still. Well, Kendrick should still reply then, and then he's definitely won. If he drops another one now, and then Drake doesn't reply, not fucking replying is one of the worst things about a rap you can do in a rap beef, mate. You've stopped. Drake's the last one to drop, so it's a big thing. I don't know why. Rap things never used to go like this. Like I don't know if it's like a new era where people listen to him. Rap beefs not dropping last is a big thing in the deciding who wins a rap beef, and Drake has dropped last. And so what if he said that? He still said the antagonizing fucking tweet thing. So no, Drake has won this. I promise you. Or maybe if you want to say it's level, maybe, but Drake's won it. Do you know what's the worst thing? Yeah, you definitely couldn't. Would it have gone this deep if Cole was there saying, "Wow, man, don't say that," because Cole wouldn't have said the stuff Drake said. But everyone's forgetting that Thingy said. I know they came after. Everyone's forgetting that Drake Thingy never said really anything in any of them about any of his kids, and then I know everyone's going, "Oh, he did warn you about not saying anything about the kids," but then he does say things about the kids on Euphoria when he says like, "You don't know none about that." So he does actually already mention kids. That's why Drake mentions another. Says GC even says you mentioned my seed and idea of his dad. Like Kendrick went to the family stuff first. I know it was only like quite like it was still not like I don't know. You can't call being a. It's not light high, but it wasn't like terrible. But still, he went with the family thing first, definitely. And but J. Cole, I feel like definitely would have gone for like the family thing and that. Definitely not. But so he probably it wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have been as good as it is now. Push Up or did it? And Push Up was. I've not heard Push Up then. I've heard them all. I even watched the other day when I got stoned. Last week I sat and listened to them all in order that had been out so far. Which one's Push Up now? Yeah, see, I've got to see. It's been watched to the end. Oh no, this was a good one. See, this is another good one. Before it gets properly, I know he mentions Whitney, but he doesn't say anything about the kid or anything like that. I know he says about the baby mama holding seek. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I think I was forgetting about Push Up. So maybe Drake did go ish with the family. But then again, they both went like not very massively jacked. Yeah, because then he does. No, because he does Family Matters after them three. Kendrick definitely oversteps it like first, surely. Or Kendrick's wife and the push-ups. Yeah, I guess if once you mention the wife, it's all games, isn't it? Wife, kid, and that. Yeah, probably. Nah. I probably agree. Yeah, that Drake did, but still, it went bad, and I don't think J. Cole could have been asked with all that. Gutted because 7 Minute Drill was 7 Minute Drill's as good as. I don't think 7 Minute Drill's as good a diss track as Euphoria, but I think because Euphoria is about Drake and it's so true, like I listen to it and I think, yeah, fucking get him. Even though I do think Drake won, and I'd come out of this liking Drake a bit more than Kendrick. It's do you know what I mean? Like you're listening to it thinking, yes, this is all fucking true. Keep going at him. And it's like the starts dead like soft and it's nice. 7 Minute Drill is worst ever diss track other than the. Shut up, Josh, mate. No, it's not because it looks like a worse. See, this is what I mean. It looks like a worse diss track now because of what's come after it. But that's only because they went so bad. If you just do 7 Minute Drill, we had the list a minute ago. I'll never know the list when I'm stoned. Right, if we had 7 Minute Drill, and then where's the list from there? Let me find them. Someone sent it in perfectly. Sure they did. This is all I've wanted to talk about all week. If this hadn't happened, I probably wouldn't have even done one tonight. I'm glad we've been talking about this more than anything. I've got so many questions though. I went round because I didn't do the oh no. That's what I was going to do one day with this. It's so, what's it called? It's so, it's just a bit of a different angle. It's so thingy, temperamental, right? How do I find the list of them all? Because no one's going to do it. If you had 7-minute drill, Euphoria, and if you never went to the proper nasty ones, 7-minute drill would that's terrible. 7-minute drill would stand up with them. It's just because of how like nasty they went, and that wasn't like that nasty that it like can't know. It was still a good diss track. They don't imagine not being. I know, mate. I wanted to this and United losing 4-0. This is the first 2 times I thought, I'd love to have Twitter now. When even the build, like before the United, that was when I wanted to have a Twitter in a bet with the United game, because I would have loved having fucking 50p on that. I would have lost it. I definitely would have lost the bet. And tweeting about fucking United losing to Palace, and then through this beef. But I wouldn't be able to get in. I would have just been tweeting garbage and like. I don't need to be talking about this beef. I just need to consume the beef. But with the United game, I was fucking gutted and never tweets. You can only wind up so much of your mates before they just don't stop. They don't reply. But on Twitter, you can just keep doing it. Yes, Josh. Thank you very much. Right, let's have this. Yeah. So if you just had like that, you keep saying like that was first, but it was. I know it was the diss track, but it's not even a diss track, is it? I do not also think Cole and fucking Drake overreacted. It wasn't really a diss. They all say they're the best anyway. Didn't need to be this, but anyway, I'm glad it is. So like that, yeah. So if you just had like that 7-minute drill, push-ups, tailor-made, Euphoria, and leave it at Euphoria, yeah. There's nothing wrong with 7-minute drill. It's good. I know, it's not started it off. But Euphoria is the one that not like us. People need to stop pretending that's a good song at all, because it's fucking terrible. It is fucking terrible. People are forcing themselves to like it. It's not a good song. It's an okay diss track because of some of the stuff he says, but which has now been debunked in Heart 6, and none of us know anyway. Who's 6 to Heart Part 6 because he has the same. Kendrick has the same as well. I like shit like that. I know you can do the little sly things with the 6 to 616 and all that, where they all mean something, and they are quite smart. But just calling it the Heart Part 6 so that he can't call it the Heart Part 6 is fucking well good. I reckon. I was saying this to me, but I don't know if it'll happen. Imagine he calls the Heart Part 6 Adonis, and then in brackets the Heart Part 6. And it all kicks off again. That's what I was thinking in my head. But that's just me wanting it to start again. I'm gutted it's ended. Drake should go again. Drake should 100% go again. Just go once. What's it? So the unintelligent, most of the world, not dish-wise, but the sample is 6. Yeah, 6. Yeah, it's not the best. It's a good tune. It's more of a tune than a diss track and that, but Euphoria is sick. I love it. I love all the different things, and it's sick. You can see a lot of it's just so many parts of it that are just unreal. Like, and you get into as he's singing it. I love it. That hate the way you walk, the way you talk. I even hate when you say nigga, but that's just me, I guess. It's unreal. And then Drake's starting the next song with it. Yes, Thomas. Or is that? Oh, what's he saying? Oh, is Thomas going to try and feed the chat, spam the chat? Is that what he's doing? Listen, Thomas, don't come in here fucking an hour and 10 minutes in and start trying to ruin this, mate. Because we're going all night, because I will not stop talking about this fucking thingy. What are the other questions I've got? Are they important? They're off, obviously, all you. Paddy had some good questions. Emma had some, but she's not even here, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, some good questions. Right. Let's just finish the Kendrick thing. Drake should go again. What's he got to lose now? Because most people are saying he's lost anyway, although he hasn't. If you use logical terms of what a rap battle used to be and I think Drake's winning. But not by much. Go again. And this time, do the bouncy one. Do the summer one. Do a summer diss track. A bouncy, happy summer diss track that's going to get people going. Because that's not like us. People are because there was no real actual tunes in all of this, where it's like a proper tune. People are pretending not like us is fucking terrible. It's like a and it's good. It's a little toe tapper and that, but it's not like a proper like hit 'em upwards. Do you know, like one where it's like that. Drake should do that now. Boom, and start saying, "Who said it's over?" I'm not saying it's over. I have told you to reply last time. You've ignored me, so I'm coming again. Reply, say something again, and get him again. And then if Kendrick sets him on fire, then he was already set on fire by most people anyway. Yeah, the summer thing. I can't remember if it's a summer vibe diss track or if he's just saying like, "Look at me, it was everyone versus me," which he did do, by the way. I found that mad that as well. Like Kendrick Lamar does nothing for anybody. Doesn't even really do anything for himself. He's done 4 albums because he can't be arsed. Drake is on all the time, puts people on all the time. He's releasing all the time, touring all the time. He's big for everybody. I can't believe so many people turned on him. But I feel like you You get the impression with him because of like the stuff Kendrick Lamar says about like how many more stories about your life have we got to put up with? Because he's so big, they have to put up with him. All the other rappers have to put up with him because he's massive. He's inevitable. He was too big to ignore. Could you be asked? Some of these people who've like actually lived this life and like have struggled to get to where they are, and you've just got Drake just talking shit on so many of these things. Imagine him off his Barnet to them, the stuff he'll just lie about from back in Toronto. The old no thing is, all right, this is massively off topic, yeah, but it's made me laugh. Has anyone? I only seen this yesterday for the first time. Has anyone seen the Khabib versus Tony Ferguson press conference where for the last cancelled fight, where Khabib's like, where he's like, you know Mexican, you Tony, oh my god. I might start liking Khabib after that press conference. I hate Khabib, hate him and all his team. But I think I like Khabib after that press conference. I think I like him. It was fucking hilarious. He's like, when he's talking about street fights, it makes me laugh because he must just, obviously he does understand quite a bit of English, but he must hear street fight and think, are you fucking messing? Because he says he'd be like Khabib grew up. He even says it in that, doesn't he? I grew up in Dagestan, mate. I think he must have been fighting for his life till he was about 16. He probably was fighting for his life at 8-year-old. Tony Ferguson was like, he's going, mate. It's only the fact that it's not a street fight that I'm not going to kill you. I'd kill you in a street fight. And he's like, when was the last time you had a street fight at Tony Ferguson? But he obviously can't say it because he's probably not had one. And he's like, when was the last time you had a street fight? Tell everyone now the last one anyway. It was a first punch, one punch knockout. And he's definitely had it. Oh, it's the funniest thing ever. When Drake drops in that album, it's the best seller. They'll all love him again watching him. I feel like Drake's not going to do them crazy numbers anymore, 600,000 and that. Even his last couple haven't. I think Drake's on the slide, but even his slide's bigger than everyone else. His first weeks are like 400 and something, but they're slowly coming down. When they start going to the 200s, that's Drake off now. I don't think he's ever going to go up. And this is not going to help him. Massively ain't going to help him, though. I feel like people are just like, have weirdly not took his side. I thought people would take his side. In the Meek Mill one, obviously, he did burn Meek Mill to death. But people took his side, I think, in that just because it was Meek Mill and him sometimes. And then Pusha T one, he never got as much stick for losing that as he did. But Pusha T did win. But I feel like it was harder with Pusha T because the Adonis thing was just such a big like thing that when you do that in a rap beef, something that like explosive that actually turns out to be fully true, you've like almost just won with that anyway. So yeah, he definitely lost the Pusha T one. But I feel like the Kendrick one, I think he's like being really unfairly finger. Is it where Tony? Yeah, baseball bat. Yeah, it's on the baseball bat, and then you need to watch it. I'm gonna do it. I'll try and do it if I can find a way of doing the video. Right, where because there's a few things now that I just love. The 2 Chainz video where he's got that chef who does stoned like food and drinks for people for parties. Yeah, like edibles, but like high end expensive edibles. That video, I can watch it whenever, sober, stoned, pissed, whatever, and I'll laugh at the same parts of it because of just how fucking unreal there's just a few little parts where when you're like on to what's going on, you just can't help but laugh. That and Pusha T, the real one, is almost dry as one of the albums ever, and it's completely slept on. It's almost dry. Is that his new one? That's just gone. What's his last album? It's just gone number 1. His first ever number 1 album. Was that called It's Always Dry? I've never been a massive Pusha T fan because I didn't really like. I like him a little bit, and I've listened to him in that. I did like him. I was a Pusha T fan. I did listen to him, his early stuff. I'll be honest, but I fell off him quite finger. I was never massive on good music because I hated Big Sean. That fat Muppet. I know. Oh, is that what he said? Because he said he's string today. Yes, I hope he does. I hope he hasn't. But I don't know if it'll just be little small ones in his next album. But I would love Drake to do a proper diss now. Proper go at him. Do another one. What have you got to lose? Because most people think you lost anyway. So just do another one. Go again. But if he hasn't lost. If anything, it's even. And I don't even really want to accept that for Kendrick. But I'll accept that it's even-ish. But it's not. It's Drake. But does people like the BBL beat though? The next question's off Emma. The Emma ones, we could read that next week. It's about penguins and Malta, but I think I'd like to rather get into that when I could spend 10 minutes proper deep jumping into that. Right, we'll do Paddy. Seeing as Paddy's been in for the whole thing, we'll do just one of Paddy's questions. Best accent you've heard on telly, like someone doing an accent that's not theirs on the telly. Why have you read it last? I've just realised last week when I messaged you, you said you were when you give me these, you were stoned when you give them me. Have you read it back? I've not read it back since last week. Best accent you've heard on telly, like someone doing an accent that's not theirs on the telly, and the best impression you've seen. Best accent in a film. And the best impression would be, it'd have to be someone in a biopic, wouldn't it? Biopics. I love biopics. That's why I'm a proper sucker for a biopic film. Maybe Jamie Foxx in Ray. Has anyone seen Ray? I was literally just telling someone to watch Ray the other day. Jamie Foxx in Ray is unbelievable. Plays Ray Charles really, really well. I know you don't really like. He's blind, isn't he? But plays him really, really, really well. It must be hard to play a blind person when you can see. I suppose you just like cover your eyes under the sun. I don't know, but he's good. Ray probably. And I'm guessing the accent's good because but what was good about Ray is Jamie Foxx. That's why he did the Gold Diggers, because he sung the songs in Ray. He managed to get himself to sound like Ray Charles. Obviously not exactly like Ray Charles, but Ray's a serious film, you know. Yeah, Brad Pitt. Yeah, Brad Pitt did nail the Pikey's accent, didn't he? I never. Do you know what? That says a lot about that film, because I love Snatch, and he's nailed a Pikey's accent. Yeah, there. And I've never thought that's a bad Pikey's accent. And now you've said it, I'm thinking, oh my God, unreal. And I've got gypsy mates. I've got like a lot of gypsy mates who speak like that, who speak like him. And I've never once watched that and thought that must be the definition of having an amazing accent, innit? Do you know the worst accents ever in films? What's that guy called? Charlie Hunnam, is it? The Geordie one. I know he's unbelievable. I know he's a good actor because he has got range and that. He's good, but his accents, he just can't do them, can he? He just cannot do them. Is it just... Even when he does just standard, like I watched the first series of Guns? What's it called? Anarchy, Sons of Anarchy. Because remember when Netflix first like got on the scene and Sky Atlantic. Remember when Sky Atlantic came in, and I wanted to, yes, Betty Swallows, where have you been, bro? We're going off in a few minutes. Sky Atlantic first came in, and they started showing like all good things on it. I'm not going back on Twitter, bro. We're off it. What was I saying then? Yeah, no Twittering, or even I definitely can't get back on it till Christmas. Or although Michael Warner, and that'll never happen. My pride won't let me go on it before then. Yeah, Charlie Hunnam's terrible at accents. Do you know what? I'm enjoying these questions. We'll do the next one from Paddy. Actually, best performance you've ever seen live footy wise. Best. Paddy, did you mean player or? No, I'm reading that. Did you mean player or team performance? Let me know if you mean team performance. I'll go. Be a Liverpool one, wouldn't it? Would it be a Liverpool one? Yeah, because I don't really much. Do you know one that always stands out in my head is I always just think we ran them over, and that to me is like that's what you want. Like we fucking, and it's weird because it wasn't even under Klopp, and I think it was just how small time they were at the time, how much bottlers they were at the time, and how just on a roll we were. 5-1 against Arsenal. That was a proper fucking like. I always think of that as one of the best performances ever. And it would have been 5-0, which make like 5-1. You think, oh, best performance ever. You conceded a goal. Like United, Old Trafford, that 5-0 was like an incredible performance. Battered them, and they never scored. So it's like, but the only reason why we conceded is because fucking Gerrard weren't involved in the game, and he can't not be involved in a fucking game. So he goes and snaps one of the Arsenal players and gives them a fucking stupid penalty. Fucking mate, it's some of the Hollywood stuff he used to do for no reason, mate. Why? Do you remember it as well? It was like on the edge of the box. Who was it? Who he snapped? It was first 4-0, 20 minutes. One of the best games I've ever been to because it was like. You couldn't believe what was happening. They were just going in. And I'm one of them as well. Until it gets to 3-0, even then I can't. I'll be nervous at 3-0 because I'm that negative. But once it's like, later on at 3-0, I'm all right. But 3-0 to me, that's so early. Because you see them all the time where they go 3-0 early and then you lose it. Because obviously 3-0 is a great score. Like 2-0 early is not the best scoreline ever if you're not a great team. But because we was in such as a Liverpool fan during there, you just kept waiting for it to fuck up this title thing. We even 3-0 at that time, but when the fourth goes in, I always believe when the fourth goes in, you're done. Liverpool, and I know they have, or probably people will be able to throw it at me, but have Liverpool ever surrendered a 4-0? I know there's been plenty of like 2s and 3s, but 4-0, probably not one I can remember anyway. 4-0, that's when I always like, oh yes, and that Arsenal game was fucking sick. Loved it. But if you mean best player performance, probably... Do you know what was good? Suarez against... did he start against Sunderland as soon as he came back? Maybe I'm just remembering it so much because I loved the going out afterwards in Sunderland. We stayed over that time. Remember the Suarez where he first came back and scored 2 against Sunderland? That was a good performance. But there's been better Suarez ones, to be fair. That's just what I really like look back on fondly. Genuinely, one of the best. Henderson against Barcelona. I don't care what anyone says, mate. Henderson against Barcelona is unbelievable. Another thing about Henderson... This is something that I would have been fucking tweeting excessively, right? The way our season collapsed, yeah, which was sad. Listen, it was sad how our season collapsed, but I think it was after we lost to United, yeah, and then had that terrible result against Atalanta. I don't know if it was in that order. We was running on, not fumes, we was running on momentum with them two. We had no right, really. And I feel like I feel like we lost to United, had the bad result against Atalanta. Then do you know what it was when we lost to Crystal Palace? Yeah, because we were keeping up they were keeping clean sheets and stuff, and we weren't. But you know when we lost to Palace, I think we realised this is why Arsenal are still going and we didn't, because we was on the momentum a lot and just on like, come on, with 4 trophies. You know what I mean? Like the hope of like doing something really like unthinkable. I know City won the treble, but 4 trophies is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Especially for Liverpool, how big we'd make that. We'd make it massive. When we drop points to Palace, we know City don't drop points, and it's happened to us. Fuck, John, no one's asked about the derby, bro, I promise you. It was all gone by then. The Palace one, yeah. We know Funday are not going to drop points. City are not going to drop points, and I feel like the players knew, and it was like, we ain't really got it in us to go again here. We'll just get confirm top 4, make sure we don't get dragged into that. That's just think what I think it was. I think that Palace one just took it all out of the players, and that's why we collapsed so much, because that was a month from like thinking, I was thinking FA Cup, Europa League minimum. Like, didn't think we'd win the league, but I thought we'd win both of them, or at least get that. I would 100% said we were going to get to both finals. Couldn't believe it. But it's just, like, if Klopp wasn't leaving at the end of the season, I'd have snatched your hand off for the season. If we had another year with him or whatever, it was going into next season with him, I'd have loved a little trophy, top 4, just to ease things back in after having to fucking integrate a full new midfield because our owners are terrible. I'd have loved this, but I'd say United in the cup. Arsenal's went after that. Yeah, it's been sad, but it's almost like we can just enjoy Klopp now the last 2 games, as opposed to like, I know you sounds like the most like loser shit ever, but instead of being like, you know, like proper stressed about a title race or something, I would rather be in the title race. But you know what I mean? Like Arsenal and City are stressed now, but City are just going to win. My dad's like, oh, it could go down to goal difference because they could drop points against Tottenham. They ain't dropping points against Tottenham, mate. They're going to fucking run Tottenham over and then they'll run West Ham over. And that's just how City do. They come on the end of back when it matters at the back end of the season. They know what they're doing and they do it. I've got loads of other questions, you know, good ones about the fucking bald idiot who's taking over us. But I've been on for an hour and 23 minutes now. And I feel like I want to have another joint and eat some food. It's a shame you can't do intermissions. End it, go and have another joint and just come back again. Like, yeah, I've got another hour in there. Mbappe Madrid. I've got a question about Mbappe Madrid. Randomly got a question about Huey Fury. I would have answered it, right? We'll save these for whenever the next one is. What are we saying, right? Thursdays is a good night, innit? Because Friday, Saturday, you can't bother. Sundays were perfect. I won't ever deny Sundays were perfect. But what we're saying Thursdays, I think Thursdays, we can make Thursdays like ours. Who's doing anything on a Thursday? And if I have to go up against Europa League, we'll just do it. You just do a watch along or something with the Europa League. No, we're in the Champions League next season. Who's asked about the Europa League, mate? Who cares about the Europa League, mate? We'll only lose Rob. Rob might be in the Europa League next year. I'm saying Thursdays. I think we're going to go with Thursdays every week. But not this Thursday. Because I could do one. I'll do one this Thursday again. What are we on Sunday now? Yeah, I'll do one this Thursday, yeah. And then the week after that, I'm in Paphos. Maybe I'll do a live one from Paphos from the wedding. Do you see all the hype with Bellingham? Because a lot of people think he's overrated. I think Bellingham's overrated, but I never liked Bellingham, did I? I never liked Bellingham through all of this. I didn't want us to sign him or anything. So, but listen, we'll save. I'll tell you what, Tom Burke, you know what? I'm going to add. See if you come back next week, mate. You're going to get added to the official list of questions for this one. I need to get more. Now I've got Twitter, I need to find a good way of getting questions in. This time I just asked a few regulars, send us a question for the video. I need to do the community thread like Matty says, but I just don't really forget to do it. Shall I do it as soon as this finishes? Shall I do a community thread for Wednesday and then you can ask questions? No, I've got enough questions for Thursday. I'll do it after that. Every Thursday when the live chat finishes, straight away after it's finished, I'll do a community thing for the next week's live chat, and then it gives you a week to ask questions. But I want Tommy Brooks for next week because I can't wait to get into Bellingham. Do you see all the hype with Bellingham? Because a lot of people think he's overrated. Can't wait. Think he's overrated. Right, everyone. This has been amazing. I've loved this. And as well, I prefer when I don't have Twitter because I feel like how much can people possibly want to listen to me? An hour and a bit and a week is fine. You don't want to hear me all my absolute garbage opinions all week and then this. Life is good again, guys. Life is fucking good again. You can only keep me down so long and then I get back up on top. Lad, he's half a Mackham these days, best player in the world, dude. Yeah, because his brother plays for you, mate. His brother's fucking dog shit as well. Right, I'm off. His brother